Hello and welcome to Novice Chess, and I'm going to jump into a 10-minute. Hopefully I don't get beat up. I have been out of practice. I haven't played chess in a while. At least not playing this time control. I played Bullet, but that doesn't really count. Oh, I've been studying this. So the best line is knight d5, but I don't know how to play it. Perhaps knight c3. Knight c3. Yeah, the best line is just knight d5. I'm gonna go knight c3 and see what happens. Okay. And if he pushes, I have... Okay. Oh, I've been studying this. How do I play this here? Yeah, I've definitely been studying this. This specific line is one of the lines I've been studying. I think I just continue here. Another idea is to go e4, d3. But I don't mind the bishop g2 and d3 lines. Although perhaps I should have traded this this bishop for this knight here. Okay, so what's going on? How about I move my my rook to b1, putting a little pressure on this pawn and basically asking my opponent what he wants to do as far as how he wants to defend it. Okay. So, is castling appropriate here, or... Okay, I think knight d2, and now I'm just threatening to take this knight here. Okay. And is queen a4 ambitious? With the idea of just grabbing this knight and then this pawn? And then perhaps b6? Now that seems a little bit ambitious. I don't know if I want to trade my light square bishop off that quickly. If castles, then what? If castles in my opponent castles, maybe I can somehow sacrifice on h6. At any rate, I don't want to be too far down on time. I'm already a minute behind, so... Oh, I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one. So now I'm just threatening this knight. I guess he can go to a5. Yeah, he can go to a5 and then I go to c2. If he goes anywhere else besides a5, I'm just grabbing this bishop. Okay. Back to c2. And I'm not really sure what I should be doing here. My bishop isn't doing anything, so improving his position would be nice. My knight is still questionable as well, so maybe I have d4 ideas. Just playing in the center here, but then my c4 pawn becomes weak. Okay, perhaps knight b3 with the idea of exchanging knights and putting some pressure on this pawn. So knight takes, pawn takes, rook over, a5. Not really sure. Yeah, let's go for this. And then I can start marching these pawns if I need to create some weaknesses. Okay, so my opponent is not going for that. Is there some way I can improve the position? I don't have a great place for my bishop here. Yeah, I'm not seeing a great place. So if I take this knight, bishop takes. Okay, maybe just lock this up a little bit here. Gain a little bit more control, and now I have like bishop e3 ideas. Just trying to improve my bishop's vision a little bit. Is a4 a problem? I feel like a4 is overextended. After I move the knight, how does he defend this? Rook a8. Okay, so my opponent... But I want to trade this bishop for this knight, don't I? Yeah, I have no problem here. So I think I want to go a4 maybe? Or is this too much? It's hard to say. What is the plan here? Okay. Oh, I have to be careful because of a4, a3. If I move rook b1, a4, a3, and I just lose a rook here. So perhaps a3 first. I was trying to go rook b1 immediately, but that's not gonna happen. Yeah, my opponent looking to trade, but I don't really have a problem with the trade here, I don't think. Although now my knight is looking very questionable. Yeah, my queen isn't doing anything here, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to do something else here. Trying to figure out what my opponent's gonna do. Maybe I can somehow route my knight to f5. Is that where he wants to be? f5 looks like a nice square for the knight, as well as d5, but I really don't see how to get to d5 here. All these dark squares are covered or blocked by my own pawns. So yeah, my knight needs to take a trip somewhere. But if this knight moves before this queen does, I have knight takes a5, so that's on the cards. Okay, it's not on the cards anymore. Okay. Maybe I should have played d4. d4 is just screaming to be played now that I think about it. Wow. Yeah, this should have been played. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, let's try this again. Knight takes a5. Knight takes a5. Okay, knight takes a5 is not on, but this d4 is still an idea. And basically what I'm saying here is, hey, my center is probably stronger than yours, or at least around the same strength. But maybe not. His position looks actually pretty nice. So maybe routing my knight to d3 is an idea, or it's hard to say. Yeah, my rooks don't look so great. So taking is probably not the idea. Takes. Yeah, maybe c5. c5. He can go a4. Now he goes a4. I'm being a little bit too ambitious. So I think this just drops a pawn after a4. Unfortunately. He didn't go for it. Yeah, he has to go a4 here. I mean, it's like obvious. But I have rook d2. That's pretty nice. Rook d2. Wow. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and Whew. Yeah, I totally missed that. I think I have to just do this here. I mean, I guess he could be greedy and grab this pawn, but that looks dangerous for him. Very dangerous. Wow. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that one. Because why? Well, I was thinking just rook d1, and if he swings his rook over, just sack the queen. Do I have enough there? It would be 2 rooks and a knight versus... Yeah, but then I grab this pawn. After pawn takes, I grab this pawn. Is that right? So... yeah, maybe. What about pawn takes? Pawn takes? Or do I just get in immediately? Maybe that's an option. The problem is this pawn is hanging. Ugh. What a terrible situation. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this here. And okay. I wanted to see what my opponent did there. But I think yeah, I think this is actually good. If he decides to take control of the d file with either rook to d8, I can just put my queen in a defensive position, and now b6 is under attack here. Yeah, my pawns look terrible, but yeah, that just comes with the territory apparently. So we will see. I don't know if this is the best square, but my idea is just to hold on to this e pawn. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Is there another way to do this here? Just get my king in and try and help play defensively here. And what exactly does this do? Do I have this? Where does this queen go after this? I think he has to exchange here. He has to exchange. I'm down the exchange. Yeah. Ugh, is there any salvaging this? I'm not so sure. Not so sure. Okay, so yeah, I really don't have a great spot for my knight here. Yeah, I don't really have anything great. Okay, what does he want to do here? Okay, that's good. He wants to double his rooks and basically ensure their coordination. Smart move. So what does he do here? Just trying to harass him a bit. Okay, now he's decided to go another route with his coordination. Can I get my king in? Is this possible, or? Do I just a4? A4? Let's try it. I gotta go for broke with 30 seconds left. Ugh. Yeah, I think this is just resignable. Pretty close. Yeah. Okay. Let's see where I went wrong there. I felt pretty good. Yeah, I've actually been studying this, but I've only studied it once. So I'll probably work more on that because I played it incorrectly. I think really where I messed up was not using my center correctly. So I was kind of playing around the center the whole time. Like I was okay, went to the queen side for a while, kind of messed around here. And really I should have taken advantage of this center probably a little bit earlier. Okay, but I should have still been fine here. Trying to figure out... okay, so going with this whole c5 strategy, the reason I did this was to, you know, takes, you know, knight takes, and I'm hitting his queen with tempo, that type of thing, unleashing my rooks, but he never really had to take with the b pawn. And that became an issue. And then these pawns were weak, so they started falling. That was just a bad plan, apparently. And after this, I got kind of in trouble. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't really... Maybe something like this to try and hold. Yeah, something like this probably would have been better, to just hold on to this pawn. I wasn't really paying attention to the fact that this was under attack, actually. Yeah, and then after that my position started collapsing because not only is he taking it, but he's taking it with tempo. So, and he's winning the exchange. So yeah, after that it was just over. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed that episode of Novice Chess, and I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.